Okay, got a match here against DemonMysteria from my MSN battle account, BattleNbzNow at hotmail.co.uk if you don't know, and I'll put that in the description as well because some people are challenging me and they forget that I have an MSN thing which I use. So anyway, I lead off with Mrs. T, go for a sub, and he counters, so that was pretty good just to start off with because he probably had a sash or something. Didn't matter because of the sandstorm, but whatever. We speed tie, and he wins the speed tie with the focus punch, and he takes out my sub. So that's weird because we both have exactly the same speed somehow. And now I'm just going to go with the dark pulse to take the thing out, but he actually tries a focus punch, predicting my substitute. But I just didn't want to waste the HP because I pretty much knew he was going to try and take it out anyway. So that's fine, and I get rid of Kangaskhan pretty easily. So he brings in Lucario, and I don't want to over-predict. I don't want to predict a Swords Dance, so I'm just going to go to Fortress because I can take a close combat, and that's indeed what it does, and he doesn't Swords Dance, so it's a good job that I did switch and not over-predict. So now I'm just going to go and set up Stealth Rock, mainly because it's the easiest thing for me to do, and I just do that, get it up. And I sort of predict he's going to Swords Dance again, trying to be greedy, because I know that he's going to be on a sash now, seeing as I didn't see any Life Orb recoil. So I take him down to his sash, and I know he's going to finish off Nutcase now, but that's fine, because I'm going to bring in a Revenge Killer, so he close combats, and Fortress gets taken out. At least I got my Stealth Rock up, which was nice. And now I'm going to bring in my Dugtrio to revenge kill with Sucker Punch because I know he's going to extreme speed thinking that he'll get the KO, and I do take him out with Sucker Punch, so that's good for me, and down goes Lucario. So I'm thinking of what to do here. He goes to Blastoise, and I'm going to switch to Shuckle because even though he's probably going to Surf, I sort of thought he might Rapid Spin, and Surf does a pretty good amount, but that's because he got a crit, so yeah, Shuckle takes it pretty well. So I'm going to go for a knockoff here, basically because I want to get rid of that thing's lefties, and it's just easier to take down a wall without his lefties, especially in Sandstorm. But he brings out a Cacturn, and thanks to its Sandveil, knockoff actually misses. So I predict the Swords Dance and go for an Encore because that's mainly what Cacturn do, and I knew he was going to do it, so I just locked him into it. So now I'll go for a Toxic just to get some collateral damage, but he has a Lumberry, so that knockoff missing was actually quite effective because it meant that he would have had a Lumberry, but never mind. I go out to Mrs. T because he's locked into Swords Dance and I can get a free substitute up, and I can just destroy it with a Focus Punch. So I'm just going to go Focus Punch. I don't know why he's not switching because people seem to do this against me. They seem to stay in when I encore them, but they don't know that you can switch when you're encored, which is a top tip. So if you are encored, then I suggest you do switch, because otherwise you're just going to get screwed over. So he brings in a Blastoise, and it's going to Surf and take out the sub. I do carry T-Bolt on this Boa, so that's pretty good for me, and I take him right down. So just because I have the Sandstorm boost, I know that I can take a Surf pretty well, so I'm going to stay in and just go for a Dark Pulse to finish the thing off, and I do take it out, and I do take the Surf really, really nicely. So Blastoise goes down, and I'm looking pretty much set here because Mrs. T is pretty much rampaging through his team. So he brings out an Absol, and I'm going to substitute because I think I can probably live a hit, and he might Swords Dance. So he Night Slashes, which was weird, probably hoping for a crit, but it doesn't do much to me, and I'm going to hit him with a Focus Punch now, so that's going to obliterate the Absol. He Night Slashes, it doesn't even take out the sub, and Focus Punch is going to destroy the Absol. So down that thing goes, and he just has one guy left now. I can't remember what it is, something. Yeah, it's a Scyther, so it takes pretty heavy Stealth Rock damage, and he Aerial Aces, which does actually take out the sub. He was probably banded or something, but I do finish the thing off with a T-Bolt, and that's a good game there. So good game, DemonMysteria, common rate sub, and peace.